Hello, everyone, and welcome to the China Admissions Spring Festival quiz event. Thank you so much for joining. So as you all know, tomorrow is the beginning of the Lunar New Year, or the Chinese New Year, or the Spring Festival. It has many names. And this year's zodiac will be the year of the rabbit. So if you were born in the year of the rabbit, this is your year. Make sure to wear lots of red so that you can still be lucky for the year. And today we're going to be having a very interesting event. And at the end, we're going to be having a quiz. So in the quiz, make sure to pay lots of attention throughout the event, because if you are able to win the quiz, then you'll be receiving $50 off of your application or tuition fee. So let's take a look at our agenda for today. So after our introduction, teacher Angela is going to be presenting the Spring Festival vocabulary from BLCU's Online Education College. So you guys can learn a lot of some very interesting Chinese terminology for the Spring Festival. And after that, I'll be giving you guys a short introduction to a couple of important Spring Festival customs. And then after that, we'll have our Spring Festival quiz. And then after that, we will be having our closing. So make sure to pay lots of attention. And thank you so much, Angela, for joining me. So maybe you can introduce yourself and then go over the Spring Festival vocabulary.
Okay, so hi. I can't start my video.
Here you go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Angela from Beijing Language and Culture University. Nice to meet you all, and I wish you a happy Chinese New Year. So today I would like to introduce a few words and expressions about the Chinese New Year in Chinese, actually. So wait a moment, let me share my screen first. Wait a second. So it is the Chinese New Year this weekend. So actually right now it's already holiday time for us. So we're like prepare to have the New Year. Right now, okay, so I'm showing it. Okay, so can you guys see my screen right now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so Chinese New Year in Chinese, we can say 春节. 春节, so 春 actually means spring, and 节 means festival. So 春节, spring festival, also the Chinese New Year. And I use red color because red color considered lucky in Chinese culture. So we will use a lot of decorations in red during the Chinese New Year. So firstly, I will introduce what to say in the Chinese New Year. Obviously, the most common way you can say is 新年快乐. 新年快乐. So 新年, New Year. 快乐 is happy. So 新年快乐, Happy New Year. So wish you Happy New Year. 祝你新年快乐. Okay. And it is the year of rabbit this year. So rabbit Chinese is 兔. 兔. So, and you can say 兔年大吉. So 兔年 means year. So 兔年, the year of rabbit. So 兔年大吉 means wish you good luck in the year of rabbit. So 吉 means lucky. So 兔年大吉. Often we will say, very commonly, we will say 兔年大吉 together with the previous one. 新年快乐. So 祝你新年快乐. 兔年大吉. Okay. And another very common saying in Chinese. 万事如意. 万事如意. So everything well. 祝你万事如意. Right? And if you have a Chinese friend who is doing business, wish them 生意兴隆. 生意. Oh, sorry, the pinyin isn't correct. Let's say 生意兴隆. So 生意 means business. Wish you a prosperous business. 祝你生意兴隆. Or you can also say 恭喜发财. 恭喜发财. This is very common for some Cantonese region Chinese. They will say 恭喜发财. 恭喜发财. You'll be happy and prosperous. This is also very lucky to say to a friend who is doing business. Okay, so if you want to give good wishes to little kids who is still having school, you can say this. 学业有成. 学业有成. Wish you success in your studies. 学业有成. Okay. And right now, if you talk to, if you want to talk to older people, then this may be very useful. 身体健康. 身体健康. 健康 means healthy, health. So 身体健康, wish you good health. All right, those are what you can say to different people. Let's review them one more time. First one, Happy New Year. 新年快乐. And good luck in the year of rabbit. 兔年大吉. 兔年大吉. And then everything goes well. 万事如意. 万事如意. And then to people who are doing business. 生意兴隆. 生意兴隆. Or 恭喜发财. 恭喜发财. Okay, to younger people who are still at school right now, you can say 学业有成. 学业有成. Okay. And to older people, you wish them good health. 身体健康. 身体健康. Okay. So this is what to say during the Chinese New Year. And let's take a look at what we do, like what to do. Firstly, the most common thing is to decorate our house, like with some red paper and writing some good wishes on the paper in characters. You can see from the picture. And the most common character you can see from the decoration is the 福. 福. So 福字, the character 福. The Chinese character 福 means good fortune and happiness. So the little girl from the picture holding this piece of red paper writing a 福. But you may notice the 福 is upside down. Do you know why? So upside down in Chinese the pronunciation is Dao, and to arrive, the pronunciation is also Dao. So we stick paper of character upside down, means the character is upside down. 福到了 have the same pronunciation of the good fortune or happiness arrives. So 福到了 arrives. So that's why we decoration the house with the 福 characters upside down. Okay. And another thing we will do is to give red envelopes, especially for older generation giving younger generation. We'll give red envelope with a little money inside it, and to give good luck to younger generation. Okay, so that's what we do. And then what to eat? So of course, in Chinese New Year, it's very important to go back home with our families, getting together to have a good dinner together on the Chinese New Year's Eve. And but what should we eat during the Chinese New Year? There are two very important things that we should eat during the Chinese New Year. First one is dumplings, 饺子 dumplings. So 吃饺子, we eat dumplings. And also, it's very important in the Chinese New Year's Eve, we'll have fish on our table. So 鱼 吃饺子 吃鱼. So 鱼 because it has the same pronunciation of another 鱼. Let me type it here. Okay. 我们吃鱼. Okay. So 鱼 has the same pronunciation with 鱼 means some savings. So that means if you have fish in the Chinese New Year Eve, you will have some money saving for this year. So 鱼 is also a very lucky food for Chinese New Year. So that's what we eat for Chinese New Year. But the most important thing is we go back home and eat together with our families. Okay, so that's all of the things I want to share for the Chinese New Year. And let's go back, have a little review of what we should say. So firstly, Happy New Year. Do you still remember how to say that? If you remember, you can type something in the chatting box. Okay. Happy New Year. Do you still remember how to say that? Remember? Let me go back to the front. So Happy New Year is, right, 新年快乐. And good luck in the year of rabbit. 兔年大吉. So 新年快乐. 兔年大吉. Okay, so wish you a happy new year and good luck in the year of rabbit, everybody.
Thank you so much, Angela, for going over these very nice phrases, and I'm sure everyone can use them tomorrow when the Chinese New Year starts for everyone. So thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to the next section, Okay. So the next section, we're going to be going over the Chinese New Year customs. And we're not going to obviously be going over all of the customs because there are many, many customs, so we could be here all day. But we're going to go over some of the biggest ones. We have about 10 of them. And then afterwards, we're going to have a short true and false quiz. So everyone make sure to pay lots of attention to the customs right now. And then after that, make sure with the true and false questions to write them down somewhere so you have that with you, and then you can email that to us later. So I'll provide that email just now. But let's go over the first one, which is cleaning up. So cleaning up and cleaning the house is a very long observed Chinese New Year tradition. The ground, the walls, and every corner of the house needs to be cleaned. I think this is a very common thing for many different cultures, since we often refer to spring cleaning as a very deep cleaning. So when it's around springtime, people tend to clean their houses very rigorously. And the Chinese New Year is no exception to that. In Chinese, dust is a homophone for the word old. So therefore, a year-end cleaning is needed to drive the old things, or like the bad luck, away from the house to get ready for a new start. Another very common Chinese New Year custom is to paste Spring Festival couplets. So you can see here's one here. Usually they have writing on them. So there's one couplet over there. So couplets are typically pasted on the doorways as part of the festival decoration. The custom of pasting Spring Festival couplets can be traced back over 1,000 years. And usually when you see them, the couplets will include 2 vertical scrolls on 2 sides and a horizontal scroll on the top. So if you have the door here, then you'll have the 2 scrolls that will be vertical and the horizontal scroll on the top. So oftentimes, if you're living in a country that really celebrates the Spring Festival, or if you maybe don't, but you have an area where they have like a Chinatown or something like that, they will have many of these customs pasted outside on the doorways. It's very, very beautiful to see. So if you can, go check that out, definitely do. This one has already gone over, but we're going to go over it again. So pasting the Fu character. So you can see there's a little Fu character here on the lantern, and sometimes they're pasted on a red paper, and sometimes they'll be upside down as well. So the character Fu means good fortune or happiness, and it is used to express people's good wish and yearning for the future. So people usually paste it on the gates or on some furniture in the house during the Chinese New Year. Another very common Spring Festival custom are Chinese knots. So you can see here we also have a Chinese knot, and these are very common. So they were first used to string jade pendants on clothes as decorations. And these knots were also widely used as decorations on traditional Chinese musical instruments. These are also very common. You can find them in many different shops selling them around this time of year. So if you can get some of those for house decorations, they're definitely very nice. Now, of course, you cannot celebrate Chinese New Year or the Spring Festival without having some dumplings. So definitely, I would say one of the most important foods during Chinese New Year are having dumplings. Dumplings are made with flour and they're stuffed with lots of different fillings. So you can definitely find a type of dumpling that you will like. Sometimes they're fried, sometimes they're made in stew, sometimes they're steamed. So there's lots of different ways to make dumplings. And because their shape resembles the monetary ingots used in ancient times, dumplings are believed to bring wealth in the coming year. Another one that is definitely very, very popular in China is the CCTV New Year's Gala. So this is a comprehensive art and performance event on the festival's eve. So it was first broadcasted in 1983, and it has become a beloved performance, including skits, crosstalk, acrobatics, songs, and dances. So it's definitely a very big custom that everyone in China follows to watch the CCTV New Year's Gala on the eve of the Spring Festival. The next custom is to give red envelopes. These are also sometimes called red pockets. So these are prepared for children or unmarried people by the elderly and given after the reunion dinner. In folk culture, children will live safe and sound for the whole year if they get lucky money. So children usually use the money to buy books or other school supplies, but some families save the money for the kids' future use. So you can see we have a couple different designs. You can find some very beautiful designs everywhere. Some people like to design their own red envelopes. So they're definitely very nice to look at and to keep and to cherish. Next, we have visit friends and relatives. So to express good wishes to each other, an important New Year tradition is to visit relatives. So it is, and also make sure that when you are visiting someone or someone has invited you to celebrate the Spring Festival with them, it's very impolite to visit someone without a gift. So special local products, fruits, and wines should be taken when you visit others. Okay, so we've gone over a couple of the important Chinese New Year or Spring Festival customs, and now we're going to have our quiz time. Okay, so I'm not going to be staying on the questions for too long. We're going to be staying on each question for about a minute. Please make sure to keep a pen and paper with you. Please don't write the answers into the chat box or into the Q&A box. So just keep the questions with you if you're writing it on your phone or you're writing it on your on a piece of paper, that's all right. And then you can send those answers to us via email afterwards. And you will, if you are the lucky one that has won the prize, then we will send you an email letting you know later. So just make sure to not give the answers away in the question box. Okay, so the first question or the first statement, true or false? Cleaning the house is not very important for Spring Festival celebrations. True or false? The next one, the couplets include 2 vertical scrolls on 2 sides and a horizontal scroll on the top. Okay, please do not send your answers on the Q&A. Please make sure to email them all to us later so that to not give everyone else the answers. Okay, so the couplets include 2 vertical scrolls on 2 sides and a horizontal scroll on the top. Next up, we have pasting the hao character around and outside the house is very important during the Spring Festival. Next up, Chinese knots were first used to string jade pendants on clothes as decorations. True or false? Okay, true or false? Dumplings are made with rice and there is only one type of filling. Next up, the CCTV Gala was first broadcasted in 1983. It has become a beloved performance, including skits, crosstalk, acrobatics, songs, and dances. Red envelopes are given to the elderly by children. True or false? True or false? It is impolite to visit someone during the Spring Festival without a gift. Okay, well done, everyone. So I hope you've written down all of your answers for all the questions, true and false. And please send them to me in the list that you have them. Please email the answers to apply@chinaadmissions.com. So please make sure to email it to this specific email address. So make sure to take note of it, take a picture of it. And also just note that this event is being recorded. So we will be posting this on the China Admissions YouTube channel. So if you wish to see it later on, then you can go over all of the customs again. So don't worry if you feel like you might have forgotten something already, it's going to be on the channel. So make sure to send the emails, send the email to apply@chinaadmissions.com. And 祝你们新年快乐，恭喜发财. Thank you so much, Angela, also for joining. And I hope you guys have a great Spring Festival.